Hello and welcome back to Storm Talk Arenas. The battlefield we will be going over today is the Haunted Mines. It's weird, I keep saying today, and I'm doing like all of these back to back. I have no clue why I'm doing that. Of course, we're going to take Sylvanas.
Victory for the
She's
Forsaken.
unmatched in PvE, and her powers are extremely useful on this map. Like, this map, in very similar to the Garden Terror map, her ability to just kind of walk through and actually take out map objectives is amazing. Other characters very similar to her might be Gazlau, who is, like, once he gets his ultimate, if you take the one that hits, that does double damage against minions and mercenaries, like, that is disgustingly powerful. And Nazeebo. Nazeebo gains more power. It becomes stronger and, well, actually, he becomes more healthy and has more magic every time you take out a character. So he has the ability to almost become a tank. So as you can see, the area around is darkness. Nothing fun there. The mines down here. The map is a 2-lane map.
4, 3, 2.
With no major points of entrance. So you have 2 lanes. Top lane's very simple. It has 2 entrances into the jungle. A bushed entrance, which leads into a crevice, down to another bush entrance into bot lane. You have an open air, or an open entrance, which leads into a watchtower. The other side of it has a bushed entrance, which leads into an open entrance into your fort. There is a crevice next to each side has a crevice, top lane and bot lane, on both sides. Bot lane's crevice can be seen with the watchtower on the left side, and top lane's crevice can be seen by the watchtower on the right side. Those are great places to put Abathur or Murky eggs. You put them on your side. You'd put it on your side if it's your lane. You put it on the other side if you're going aggressive with it.
My will is my own.
And other than that, the jungle is mirrored. It is a reverse mirror. Although it is mostly identical due to the fact that, well, they're plain and simple. There's just that equator of difference.
My will is
both top lane and bot lane both have this same underbush, like, smile thing. It has 2 rocks on each side, so 2 solid walls with a bush between them and a crevice that leads along the entire side. Now, at 2 minutes and certain time periods afterwards, you enter the mines. The mines takes you down here. So we're going to go ahead and go down. There's an entrance to the mines on top and on bot lane. And you can even see myself down here. Which is kind of cool.
Listening.
You can even kind of see the arrow points, although you're probably never going to take a time to actually do that by yourself. As I was saying, on either side of the jungle, there are the siege camps, and in the center there is a knight's camp. In this map, you can see the Nexus is a raven holding a sword. And I believe it's the same on both sides. Yes. With the towers being ravens or eagles, maybe? Maybe it's an eagle? Could definitely be an eagle. And each team has a golem graveyard. You can see the bot on this time, top on this one. When the grave golem activates, once you collect 100 skulls, that is where the golems will come from.
The moment is upon us.
I should actually probably, like, I'm not going to be able to collect all of them. Just demonstrate each time you kill a skull,
I'm
you
here.
gain 2. The 2 best camps for this are right here in the center to the left of the boss. As you can see, the leftmost one has 6, where the one in the center has 5, with every other
Of
camp
course.
having only 4. It is not uncommon for people. It is not uncommon for people to actually just rush straight to this camp
Give the order.
or this skeleton camp when the when it opens up. Just simply due to the fact that with these 2 camps alone, you'll end up picking, or you'll pick up 20 skulls. Like, I think actually like 24. Like, just these 2 alone. Let's see, I picked up a 4 camp, which is 8, so 22 skulls right there. Just a few other skulls. If you can get up to 50, yeah, we'll do this.
The moment is upon
For the
us.
most part, if you can get up to 50 skulls, you're done. Going above 50 is great, but getting to 50 is probably the best way to win the game. Simply due to the fact that, well,
Done.
once you get to 50, you have half, so your golem is just as strong as theirs. And if you get to 50 first, without having to take out the grave golem, or the boss, well, 1, you're in an advantage at that point, and you can go down and you can get some jungle camps, you can push some lanes and get some experience. Now, I'm going to go top lane and get some experience, which I probably should have been doing this whole time anyway. Because there is no way I'll be able to get all 100 skulls by myself. The Grave Golem's extremely powerful. Like, I could kind of work it like I did with previously with the Garden Terror, but I'd much prefer to be a slightly higher level before doing that.
I'm listening.
So I'm gonna try to get to level 7 before doing this.
Done. Give the order.
Man, this is so slow. Okay, now that I'm level 7,
My patience.
Choose a talent.
They flee before us.
go ahead and pick this up, and then we'll just go down there. Luckily enough, our primary damage against this Grave Golem will be Withering Arrow. It does a ton of damage because it deals a 200 bonus damage. That's 50
The
plus
moment
200%
is upon us.
of 50, so it should be 150 give or take to this guy right here. Yeah, pretty close, 138. And they're
The
free,
moment is upon us.
given like a 2-second charge each. So as you can see, similar to the Garden Terror, they do drop skulls on occasion, as well as
Give the order.
health markers. Now, unlike the Garden Terror, there's really no reason to pick these. Like,
Done.
there's no reason for me to pick these up early. As players fighting this, you will want to pick them up early because you'll want to deny your enemy picking them up.
Done.
But as far as I'm concerned, at this moment, I can just you can leave them there as long as you want. Similar to the seeds, they will show up on the map. I guess technically the seeds would be similar to this since the seeds happen first.
I'm listening.
And now that I've received 100,
Rise, golems.
just gonna go ahead and go back to base real quick.
Loose your wrath.
As you can see, the golems have a charge time. The golem will go to their lane, respectively. This won't go to top lane, this will go to the bottom lane. No big deal. A 0 golem is going to be extremely weak. A 100 golem is going to be extremely strong. Obviously.
The moment is upon us.
As you can see, the health bars to the side. I'm not exactly sure what the health bars represent. I want to believe that the health bars represent every 1,000. However, there's really no way for me to tell. Sadly enough, I believe that this is game. I don't I'm not gonna go help that just in case.
The moment is upon us.
So let's go ahead and work on grabbing a siege camp. The siege camps will always go to the opposite lane as your Garden Terror. So since our Garden Terror is bottom, our siege, our minions or mercenaries will always go top.
Fort demolished. Choose a talent.
My will is my own. May my aim. Of course.
One nice strategy you can do is if you take your back golems close to the time where their grave golem will be at your gate, your golems will actually be able to attack it without it being able to attack them. This is extremely useful while taking it. However, in a real game, you'll have enemy players to deal with, which many of them will know about this strategy and will try to counter it specifically. As I was saying, if you can get a 50 skull golem first, you don't actually have to go for 100. In fact, it's often a bad idea to. Instead, what you'd want to do is go through and grab the, grab all the jungle camps, grab all these mercenaries, and just let those mercenaries destroy one lane as your golem destroys the other, and the enemy team's forced to split up against something that they should actually be teaming, going 5 against in either situation. If you have 2 siege camps and a knight's camp, or a bruiser camp going after top lane, you should have 5 people on there taking those out. If you have a giant grave golem going after bottom lane, you should have 5 people on that taking it out. So you end up having to force the enemy to split in a situation where they'd really rather not be split.
time to eat the scales. Forward. The moment is upon us.
Dead heroes. Dare you enter the mines? Our enemies keep falls.
Their defenses fall. I'm here.
Gather skulls and empower.
Okay, I'm about to hit
your
level 13.
god.
I believe this building should hit me at 13. Yes. Okay. So the Knights camp, very simple. You have your mage in the back, you have your Death Knights in the front. So, however, this one, unlike most, is a
Done.
massive circle, which means you can address it from any angle.
It's time to even the scales. I'm listening.
Which, being able to address it from any angle and having a little bit of more mobility within it
Done.
does give you a ton of more ability to take it out compared to others. However, it does mean that you're more likely to get countered as well.
Forward.
So as I would say, like 22
Do not
right off the
test
bat
my
from
patience.
just those two. Especially when you have a character such as Sylvanas who is capable of taking out massive amounts of just trash very quickly. Especially with this exploding arrow, the unstable,
The moment is upon us.
just a well-placed Shadow Dagger. I believe just a well-placed Shadow Dagger on its own takes them out.
Give the order.
I guess it has they have a little bit more health than that. So like 2 auto attacks after a Shadow Dagger, and they're dead.
May my aim be true. The moment is upon us.
Keep has fallen.
Yeah, their keeps falling. They're about to lose. We'll go ahead and just...
I'm listening.
Now, one great thing about these golems is that they stay where you put them. So, when you raise the golems the next time, they will stay exactly where you
order.
told them to be. Or exactly where you left them the last time.
I'm listening.
As you can see, this guy has a ton more health
Done.
than he did previously.
May my aim
I believe that the previous iteration had something like 4 health bars, whereas this
I'm
one
listening.
is, I believe, 10. As you can see, I'm able to win against him through like, even though he is much stronger, I can win due to kiting.
Destroy
But
your
as you saw, that was a. If there would have been a single enemy around, they could have easily turned around and just come up and be like, hey, you know what? No, you're not going to run away from this, and now you're going to die. Like, he had me down to about 30%. I was almost out of mana the whole time. Luckily enough, Withering Fire doesn't actually cost a single drop of mana.
The summoning is complete. Your
But
golem outpowers your
as you can see,
foes.
even their golem is much stronger than it was.
I'm here.
However, my golem is so strong it really shouldn't matter.
Victory!
I know this is a simple map, so making a video on it is kind of a little unnecessary, but I figured for completeness' sake, it would be a great idea. So, if you were confused about how Haunted Mines works, or if you had any questions about it, I hope this solved them. If it didn't, feel free to ask a question. I will certainly be able to answer to the best of my power in the comment section, and have fun.